Very good question.
I think we need to get out there. Are we running? We didn't get horses. We're not very... Wait, we have horses.
We have horses. We would just have to
Yeah.
go back and get them wherever we left them.
We should probably get them.
I would have assumed we brought them.
Oh, yeah, we rode
we-
in on.
Because we rode them, didn't
Well,
we?
Holly didn't bring one, I'm pretty sure.
I have my OL.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
My OL.
Ooh.
Oh. Jeremiah so kawaii.
So we had the horses, right, Beggar?
Yes.
We'd ride the horses to the forest, whereas Holly, I think, was going to scout around higher up for a rock on our owl.
You see, as you retrieve your horses, as you move a little bit deeper into the city where you left them at the stables, it takes you a little while to get to them and then to ride back. As you pass by the gate into the city, you see that a few groups clearly hadn't thought of the idea, but as they saw other groups riding off with horses, the stables are just crowded with people trying to buy horses.
Alright.
And you ride off towards the forest. Before you ride off, you notice that Vidar just sort of vanishes in a puff of black smoke,
Fair enough.
and you're off.
Should I be worried that that man just vanished?
Oh no, he does that all the time. He'll appear randomly too. Normally when you're sleeping.
He's one of the very good wizards that we told you about.
Oh.
I'm still here, you know.
Oh.
I was about to say something really bad,
Yep.
so I'm
There's a
glad
lot.
I know now that
He has
You
everything.
get used to it.
Alright.
We'll ride along.
You ride with speed through the fields until you reach close to the forest. What is your plan with the owl?
I'm basically just flying up high and looking for any signs of a rock.
You like fly over the forest?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, then please give me a survival check
Oh,
and also a perception roll.
alright. Survival check. It's 14 for survival. 6 for perception.
natural one.
Oh wait. Can't I use my owl for perception?
Your owl can also look, yes.
The owl has advantage on perception checks to rely on hearing or sight. Okay, so I got a 6, so my owl gets advantage. Wow. That's a 13 plus 5 is 18.
So, as you fly over this sea of green, it's not that easy to see. Quite a couple of clouds hang over the forest. Occasionally, you think you see something move by, only for it to turn out to be the shadow cast by a cloud. Occasionally, you see disturbances in the forest. A few birds scattering out of the trees. You investigate quite a few of them. Most of the time, it seems to be other people riding through the forest at full speed.
Hmm.
Then, at one point, all of a sudden, a shadow eclipses you. And as you look up, you see just this massive creature fly past you with high speed.
Where's it going?
Straight ahead. It's just flying along the forest, seemingly.
How fast is it going?
Well,
Like, would I be
very
able to,
fast.
would I all be able to keep up with it?
How is your maximum speed? With
If I,
dash?
with dash, 120, but I can cast haste.
Do you cast haste?
I will cast haste.
How far do you go now?
Haste is an extra action, right?
Yes.
And dash doubles your movement?
It adds your movement again.
Okay, so,
So you
180.
don't double the doubled. You add it again. So you triple your movement, essentially, with 2 dashes.
So yeah, that would be 180 then.
Well, that. But
You
hey,
immediately shoot after the rock, and remember to remove that spell slot.
Yes.
I mean, so haste doubles your speed as a base.
Yes.
Okay.
But,
Oh,
yeah, that is one, actually.
okay, so that means... Okay,
Much
so the owl
faster.
would have under 20 base then. So with a dash,
Is it 60 fly speed or 50?
60. So
So
240...
you cast
double-
haste on the owl then, as well.
Yeah. Well, just on the owl. Because I'm riding the owl.
Yes.
So that's 120, 240, 360. Xbox.
At first, as the rock just barrels past you, you fly at full speed, barely able to keep up. It's almost flying twice as fast as you. So you cast haste. And as it grows smaller, the more distance it gains. At the distance it is, it almost seems like the gargantuan creature is like a simple bird. But then you start catching up. You almost reach the rock as it suddenly slows down. It tilts downwards, readying for descent. And as you begin to gain on it, just as you do, something flies out of the forest beneath. It grabs hold of the rock, wrapping around it. The majestic bird drops into the thicket of trees like a rock. Get it? This rock. No, it-
Can I see what grabbed it?
Well, it fell between the trees. Do you fly closer?
Hmm. Really don't want to. No, I don't. I don't want to risk it. I'll just circle around and watch what happens for a moment. If I can see anything still.
Not at the distance you're at.
Hmm. What about my owl?
Not at the distance you're at.
Okay.
You're pretty high in the sky still.
I just want to know, as this owl is like circling with the hasted speed, is she like making a whirlwind? I'm just curious.
How fast do you circle?
Full speed.
Okay, well, the forest around you becomes a blur and you start getting a little sick as your owl just flies 360 feet of movement in a
ridiculous.
relatively small circle. There is no whirlwind.
Slow down. Haste only lasts a minute. I guess I'll head back to where I think everyone else is.
Yeah, you follow the disturbances in the forest. You pass by 2 other groups headed into different areas of the forest, but eventually you find your group.
Come down for the land, and so I found one, but unfortunately something grabbed it and pulled it right down. I couldn't tell what it was.
Probably another group.
Mm.
Maybe they have grappling hooks like you, just a little bit
That was a pretty far distance,
longer,
though.
stronger.
Yeah, if you have the right equipment, it's possible.
Well, did you see the direction it was headed? Maybe there's more. It was, headed toward a nest or something.
It looked like by the time I catched up to it, it was about to descend into the forest.
Yeah. Well, we should probably head that way then.
All right.
Either we'll come across this group and work something out, or maybe we'll find our own.
How tall are the trees in the forest?
The questions you ask me, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know if I can be flying, but also be in range of message.
It's a good question.
Check. Around 200 feet.
Damn, I can't fly them.
Or you could just do the speed racer on Endor type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
How much space is there between the trees?
You
It's
can
not
glide
an
slower.
Extremely dense forest.
Okay, so I could relatively just like stay in the air.
Kind of.
All right, I'll do that.
I would like to sort of join that on my broom.
You would likely be somewhat disadvantaged in vision, though.
200 feet then, huh?
I think I'm gonna, fly like 100 feet up. A little bit below the canopy, but
Well, the canopy stretches from about 40 feet upwards, or 20 feet upwards. Since most of the trees here seem to be partially pines. Mostly pines.
The area around us is like only forest, right? There's no like mountain in the distance.
There is indeed further north a mountain in the distance.
Is that the direction the rock was going?
Somewhat-ish, but nowhere near close. It is much farther towards north.
Hmm.
I don't care. I can't remember. Is there a time limit on how long we have to capture a rock?
Well, I believe that you have 2 or 3 days. But obviously, there's only so many rock.
Right.
Can I tell where the other groups are, just based on like birds flying out of the forest and stuff?
You have a rough idea, but obviously they were moving as you found them.
Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna go up above the trees, and I guess guesstimating, I'm gonna try to look in areas where I do not think there's other parties.
Okay. Do you fly around or do you somewhat keep with the group?
I will do like a relay, I guess. Like I'll fly off, check an area, and then find them again.
Do
Yes.
you
I was
try
gonna.
to lead them to the area? You know the one rock has gone down.
I guess I'll ask them first. Do you want to do that, or find our own rock?
Gregor, there weren't any rules about stealing a rock, right?
Yeah, and if it's a weak
Can even kill
group,
it, just out of spite.
gonna be a piece of cake.
We could head that way, see maybe what's that way,
Yeah.
what they've done. If it's easy enough to relieve them of their capture if they have caught it.
All
We
right.
can find out who has one at the very least to be information.
All right. I'll lead them towards it then.
Let's just hope it's not the magic dude.
In which case, we'll just simply avoid it and move along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was saying I was gonna like do the bob up and down between the group so that Holly could like easily find us because I'll just pop up now and then above the treetop.
The rest of you break through the branches of the forest as it starts to grow a little thicker. A few minutes pass, close to an hour, before the slow group at the bottom starts to reach the area where you saw the rock go down. How close do you go this time? Do you remain at the distance you were at earlier,
I will
Holly?
go a bit closer down, but I want to kind of stay close to the trees, so maybe I can get some cover from them.
Give me a dexterity check, please.
Okay. Am I using my stats for this or the birds? The Jeremiah's?
Give me yours.
Okay. So I momentarily forget where my board is. It is closed. Just straight dex?
Yep.
12.
You duck just in time as an arrow shoots past your owl and past your face out of the thicket of the trees. The rest of you, before you, the forest suddenly begins to clear. You're not particularly quiet with the horses, and as you reach the clearing, faces swivel and bows are drawn and aimed at you. A large group of elves stands surrounding a small raised ruin. The rock lies beside it, wrapped in heavy metal netting. On top of the ruin, you see a tangle of branches and twigs, tufts of fur and feathers. A nest. The elf in the middle steps forward. Hello. If you've come for the rock, you are too late. It is ours.
We were kinda hunting it first.
Oh, my apologies. Is that your net wrapped around the rock?
No, it was just our owl leading it towards you.
Well then, let me thank your owl for delivering our prize.
Would be easier if you wouldn't shoot at it.
I think they're gonna shoot at us, not the rock. Oh, you're saying the owl?
The owl.
Yeah.
Am I close enough range?
Gregor, I'm gonna, as we approach, just quickly cast Arcane Ablation on my armor.
Mm-hmm.
I realize this is a competition, but may we at least have the pleasure of knowing who we're addressing.
The motorcycle gang.
The MC.
MC.
Motorcycle gang.
It's the Elf MC. Oh god.
Am I close enough to hear the conversation?
No.
Ah,
I assume that you did not keep flying towards them as the arrow shot out.
no, but I would be looking for the source of the arrow.
Well, you are relatively close to the trees. It's almost impossible to see, and you wonder how they saw you in the first place.
Hmm.
You need only know my name, Aranya.
Aranya.
Wait, can my owl hear?
Nope. You're at this point still like 400 feet up and
Ah.
what was this? Like almost 200 feet lengthwise as well.
How far away are we from this group, Beggar?
Right at the edge.
While they're talking, I'm gonna back away and land behind my group to rejoin them.
A quick glance. If I look over at the netting, does it look like there's any sort of part of the netting that is really holding the rock in place? Or if there was like a flaw or weaker point in the netting, would it be like the posts that are nailed down or something like that?
Almost appears as if the ends of the netting vanish into the ground.
Interesting. Okay.
As for weak points of the netting, well, if enough force were to act on the netting upwards, it might give the rock enough space to slip out, either in front or the back. But it's hard to calculate.
So, what is the rock worth to you? Why are you in the competition?
A harvest crown.
Okay. They don't seem to like answering questions very much.
I can't really blame them for that.
No, I can't either.
Am I down there?
Yeah, you'd have rejoined your group at this point.
Which one of y'all shot at Jeremiah?
None of them answers, but you see the archer closest to the rock smile.
That one? Or the long one? Okay. Wide.
Wide one. Wow.
But I'll squint at him.
Are you calling me fat?
I'm gonna get off of Jeremiah and send him to his pocket.
Are there trees in this area at all, Beggar? Or is it, we're in like a clearing? There's no trees.
Yeah, it's a clearing. So you see these trees here, but the other trees are just surrounding the area.
How about this? My good friend did point out that our owl helped you quite a bit. Now you have a rock and you don't need another, Perhaps you can tell us how you found this nest so quickly, and if you know of any others in the area.
You think that when hunting a rock, we wouldn't scout the area beforehand? We've been here for weeks.
Yes, I assumed that you
We
had,
just
and
sat waiting.
that's why I ask about others. Surely you know of others. There are supposed to be many rock.
Well, most of them you'll find in the mountains at their nesting area. Though... No, never mind. There are only a few solitary rock hunting so far south. Much fewer that would build a nest. After we found this one, we didn't particularly keep looking. We knew we would be first. We have a way with trees and travel.
Fair enough, but I should point out we weren't far behind you, so if you can point us in another direction, you know, we would be inclined to maybe look that way rather than at this one that's in front of us.
Well, give me a persuasion roll.
I believe.
How strong do you believe?
It's a 19.
I believe a 19.
Freaking bards, I swear to God.
Yep.
Well, if it'll get you to move on, I can tell you this much. All of the groups searching in this forest currently are searching in vain. If you'll find any rocks, you'll find them either hunting or further north.
Perhaps you can tell me what they hunt for.
Large cattle. Though they never really land. They merely swoop by, and another cow is gone. Quite the pest on farmers, I should say.
Interesting. I mean, I'll look at the rest of the group then to see if they're satisfied with this or are still
I'm
looking devious.
I'm staring angrily at the archer.
We did pass a few farms, I think.
Right.
Delay.
Might be worth doubling back, asking a farmer.
Yes.
Give me a history check.
Yeah, I'm good with that. +0. +12.
Well? Well?
I said 12.
Oh. I thought you said well.
Haha.
I was like, well, what?
Well,
what?
12.
12. Okay.
well.
12.
Check how much you get. You do remember something from before. Once accompanying Vilaine on a trip across the plains. You had seen a small crevasse, more akin to a hole, at the base of a small rock formation, much closer than the nesting grounds in the mountains to the north. Your guide then said that some solitary rocks spilled away from the main nesting grounds. The abyss there was one such place. You might even remember the way.
Yeah, turn around to the others. With my back to the elves. To show them that I'm not aggressive at the moment.
Oh, I thought you were like, show them that I'm not afraid.
Yeah, probably that too. And I'm gonna tell the others now that they're explaining this, I might have an idea where there could be one more nest. I'm not sure, but I know of a very good place.
think it's worth a check. I mean,
All right.
I don't bear any ill will toward some elves of the forest.
I feel like it's for the best to not like start a party war on the first couple hours of this quest.
Well, they certainly know their way around the trees, and there's a lot of trees, so.
All right, with moving along.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around to the elves and say thank you. Good luck.
Look forward to finding you in the races, Ariana.
I'm sure we'll meet.
What was her name, Ariana?
Aranya.
Aranya.
Holly is not okay with this.
They shot at me.
Fireball!
How dare they?
Can we just take this
They
cut?
got Jeremiah.
And we're gonna pay them back in the next phase of this tournament.
Look, we got her.
Hopefully
Aww.
didn't add this.
Can
in
you,
case they
What was
work
that
on
name
it.
again? Aranya?
Aranya.
I was seriously tempted to just try instead of afraid to screw with
I
them.
was just really giving you guys this way earlier. Because only other ones so far knew
Thanks for the name.
Oh.
Oh
what
yeah.
Antwerp actually looks like.
Oh yeah, true, the others never had that map. Whoops.
Actually,
Whoa.
let me put it like north is where I am, so this.
Wow, that's a weird looking city.
So many circles. It's like Polythreme, but like flattened and squished together.
Beggar certainly is a fan of circles.
I like circles, okay?
See crop circles.
Hmm.
It means something, I just don't know it yet.
It's a pentagram.
Didn't even have to go into initiative. Man.
Sorry, beggar.
Oh,
We're down a
Don't
paladin.
apologize. There's literally there's one more encounter you could have found, but there's also, you know, if it rolled bad, it might have never found anything in this forest. Okay.
Fighting
so,
wood elves in a forest, maybe not.
Soleil, do you tell them about the rock formation specifically?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them what I saw and not exactly how that happened that I saw that, but I'll just tell them that someone once showed me that place.
So,
Right. Move quickly along that way then.
Yeah.
you remember that it wasn't actually too far from here. It was somewhere to the west, whereas you'd have to go way further north to find the main nesting ground.
You think it's like worth doubling back and trying to buy a cow? Or you think we can do it on our own?
I mean, we have horses if we really need to.
Yes.
That's true. And probably close enough.
I feel like we'll be wasting time if we double back.
Yeah, we just saw with the elves that many groups are well prepared for this. We shouldn't waste too much time.
Good point.
Do you take to the skies again?
I think Soleil needs to lead us, so.
Alright. I can make Jeremiah a cow. But I would
no.
prefer not to.
I don't think there's really need if we want, and Rhett rides on his broom, we have an extra horse. Can't imagine that they're that different tasting.
Yeah.
To a rock.
Ara looks somewhat uncomfortably at her own horse. Yes, you say that.
For now, I'll stay on the ground.
Might be best if we're going in a direction that might be off the beaten path and we don't need any eyes watching us from a distance.
Hmm.
So, lead the way, Slay.
Alright then.
I am going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
You lead them out of the forest towards the open fields again. On the open fields, it is for you, Holly, a lot easier to obviously observe your surroundings and follow the group at a larger distance.
Hmm.
Please give me a perception roll. And yes, you may use your own.
What is
He
going
died.
on?
I don't know. He's doing something. Probably dying to something.
Never mind about the Mage Armor. I've changed my mind. Okay.
My
So,
disguise self thing can only make me disguise myself as a humanoid, right? So what if a minotaur is a humanoid, and a minotaur is also a cow?
Moo.
Just random thoughts that make no sense. Let's move on.
Am I rolling perception for me and my owl?
Yeah.
Okay. So I get a 20. And my owl gets a 24.
24. Okay. You find the rock formation relatively easily now that you know what you're looking for. Despite the mountains rising out of the small rocky mountain rising out of the golden fields, it's surprisingly hard to spot against the backdrop of the mountain chain far in the distance. But from the angle you have and the knowledge of what you're looking for, it doesn't take you long to spot it in the distance.
I see it. It's right there. Or I guess Jeremiah saw it.
Your group draws closer, and as you do, your heart sinks a little again. At the edge of the rocky cliffs stand two people. Possibly another group. Hopefully, you aren't too late.
I hate other people.
Oh no. Go away, people.
This needs like a lot of space.
Mm-hmm.
Oh look, you're back in the city. Hey.
Our home.
Man, what a trip. It's kind of short now.
Hey Reginald.
Do you have anything that helps with the rocks?
Well, of course I have this rock binding spell. Instantly tames any rock.
Whoa!
I just forgot about it.
Thanks. I'll copy that down in the 2 minutes we're here.
Didn't know that. You want to multi-face rock or anything? If I could tell me anything.
Or Reginald.
Technically not be this close, but thank you.
I remember who these group of people were with.
I
wanna
remember
say the
them being
vampire?
special.
I
Yeah,
think
maybe.
so. I think you're right.
The two posture as you approach, moving in front of a cleft in the rocks, leading further into the mountain. You hear them arguing. Oh, we found the thing, so you paid it anyway. We'll get paid when we deliver results. So, and he just moves in front and loudly proclaims, "Halt! This place is claimed for Lord Egamon. Whatever your purpose is, go elsewhere.
Does that name ring a bell?
No? Not to you.
Heard of a lord, whatever it was. Have I?
Nope.
My apologies. I'm not familiar with that lord.
Well, that's not really important. He's the Lord.
Right, but
And
I like
he
to keep
he
track
saves this place.
of. Right, so I like to keep track of like where different lords are. So if you could please explain a bit more about this lord of yours.
He kind of questioningly turns to his companion.
Does he pay well? Does he have dental?
Yes, he pays lordly.
What?
Didn't
So
ask.
how much is it? How much does a lordly pay?
Well, for the qualifier, it's 1,000 if we deliver the rock and win the race.
He's not even here with you?
This doesn't really sound like a good
Give me
lord.
an insight check.
What was the Lord's name again?
Egomon.
Egomon.
Sounds like a Digimon.
I
Okay, listen here, buddy. Just 'cause it ends in mon. Not everything ending in mon is a Digimon.
Are you sure, Beggar?
Someone.
One. But it sure sounded like he wasn't there with them. Bottom.
What euro?
Unnatural one.
Huh.
Which would be a 7. But, yeah.
I mean, the rest of you can also give me an insight roll, actually. I mean, you all see them. Actually, I don't know. Are you still up in the sky?
No, I'm on the ground.
Okay.
A
I
2
can't tell.
We're rolling
People are just
good.
annoying.
plus 5.
21.
That's a 7.
That was a lot. What was Soleil and
7.
Honey?
21.
Nice.
I suppose I should roll Kara as well. If that's not the right one.
Natural 20 for Kara.
Wow.
What is she doing wrong?
Yeah, I should, right?
She was so mad.
I mean, you see Kara just burst out in laughter because for just a moment he just kind of pauses, looks at his companion, and just says, "Yeah, I mean, of course he's here. He's here. Of course he's here. The whole group's here.
Right,
They're
the whole-
probably pointing arrows at you right now.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Let's have a go. How far can they shoot?
At least where you are.
All right.
Our mage can fly and create walls of fire around this entire cavern.
It's true. I can do that.
Oh god.
Everyone,
Oh boy.
Gonna
Are
make
we
a
actually
couple of
rolling
steps
initiative?
forward.
Okay. Ooh, that's not too great. It also says before initiative starts, I can pop Jeremiah away.
Not really.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, damn.
Evelyn is a quick girl.
I rolled an 18. Apparently, I'm on my toes today.
What is your plus?
4 to initiative.
We gotta have a roll off. Roll a d20.
Oh, you're
Oh, you need to beat a 2. Good luck with that. You'll oh.
It's correct.
Easy. GG.
You go first, Evelyn.
Oh, cool.
You see that the woman to the left holding a crossbow is aiming. And immediately you know that something is going to happen.
Okay. Are we like here off the map, or are we like on the edge of this map?
You are like 20 feet off.
Okay. Hmm. I will go ahead and pull out my blasting rod, point it in her direction, and pop it off as I shoot a firebolt at her. Which is 2. Nope, that's not gonna hit her.
What's the roll?
1.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that definitely doesn't hit. Let me just quickly see where you're standing for no reason. Oh,
So,
Soleil,
I was just trying to figure out where we were.
Soleil, could you just give me a quick dexterity save?
Oh no. Dexterity save.
Sorry.
Dex 12.
Was it?
Well, I thought he said well again, but then I remembered.
Still a
I
12.
heard well too. I was like, what?
Evelyn, would you mind rolling damage for me?
I did already. Because I rolled them with my dice. It was 11 fire damage.
Oh my god.
You suddenly feel heat at your back, Soleil. A singeing burn as this fireball just suddenly hits you in the back.
Ouch.
Oh, I'm sorry. About that. I'm just gonna move.
You just hear like a grunt, a very low grunt.
Is this like
the
a cliff
mercenary in
height?
front of you? You kind of hear, and he's just scrambling for his bow.
How much
Beggar,
damage was
are
that?
these cliffs higher, or
Yes.
like how high up?
It's about 15 feet high.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna start moving in that direction. Probably like here-ish.
I should have given you more
Here-ish.
space underneath there.
Here. I'm just gonna go up on the edge. There-ish. Because I can't. I'm not actually that close, because I can't move that far.
Yeah.
But I'm there-ish.
And then it is their turn. So, let's see. What can they do? She would go first. So, she is going to shoot twice. And she'd probably just shoot straight at Soleil.
How much did the fireball do, by the way? I haven't.
11
11.
11.
Okay.
fire, if it matters.
My bad.
So the first one, that's an math 11 to hit, and the other one's a 12. Do any of those hit you, Soleil?
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, she shoots 2 bolts your direction, but easily enough, you just dodge. And he's got a movement of 30. Let's see if you are in here. 10, 20, 30. Did you move up to here, Soleil?
Yes.
Or are you still the 20 feet away?
He hasn't moved yet, so he's probably still.
Yeah, but I think he wanted to move
Oh, right.
before.
Yeah. I made a few steps forward before the
That
fight began.
means he pulls a very familiar weapon. He pulls a rapier.
He's small.
and he's going to strike at you twice. That is a 21 to hit and a crit 1.
Yeah, the 21 hits.
Do you have any damage resistances, by the way?
No.
Oh wow. First, he strikes too low. Instead of piercing your leg, he aims a little bit too low, and with you stepping back, he instead just hits the sand. He curses, and as he pulls the dagger out, he slices at you again. This time, just barely scratching you. You take 4 bludgeoning damage,
Only a
but
small-
then
Oh,
you feel something from the wound. Sort of a numbing almost, as you take 7 poison
I
damage.
was about to say I'm gonna parry that thing. I don't know if that does anything, but
Just parry the poison.
I don't know what I parry the hit, so I don't know if I like put that down to 0 if there's still poison involved. So I'm just
Did
gonna try that.
you... Does it just lower the damage you take?
Whenever a creature damages you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage by the number you roll.
Yeah, you can reduce both the numbers. So it would still have hit you, but
So I'll reduce it by 6 then. So I only take 5, right?
so the grace was just really superficial. You take basically no slashing damage. You just feel a little numbing from a little bit of poison. And that is their turn. So Soleil.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and hit this guy. With whip and dagger.
He is going to parry, adding +3 to his AC.
Mm-hmm. And these are, let me see how much plus I got again. +9, so the lowest is an 18. The rest is like 24.
Okay, so the lowest doesn't hit, both the others still hit.
So yeah, that 2 hits with a whip. So no double numbers, but that is 30 damage.
30?
30, yeah.
Oof.
Jesus Christ.
You slash once, you strike the second time. The second time you pierce his shoulder in this sort of, rapier fencing duel. Takes a couple steps back, holding the wound, and grins.
I'm gonna move a little bit around him like a dance and get into this position.
He's so big.
Which one of you has the higher speed modifier? Holly and Red.
2.
My dex is also 2.
Oh,
I'll
baby.
have a roll off.
Roll up!
Roll off.
11.
4.
Holly, your
Oh.
turn.
Okay. I will move. Flap, 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 flap. I can probably get there. I will cast. I'll use Scorching Ray at second level. I'll do all of them on the lady.
Okay.
First scorching ray. 15 plus 8. I think it hits.
That hits.
Next scorching ray. How is that? It's not even leaning against anything. Okay. That's a 20. Dirty.
That hits.
That's a nat 1.
Let me closely take a look at the way your position. Okay.
It's 2 hits. That
Roll your
is
damage.
46. That is the wrong button. Cool. 10 fire damage.
You send some arcs of fire towards the woman, and she spins, dodging the first one, getting hit by the other two, but not as badly as you'd hoped.
What would it be to get off my owl? Just movement, or
Like a dismounting?
I guess?
I'd say it probably costs you possibly, I mean, half your movement is pretty rough. Let me check if there's rules for that.
There are rules for dismounting, but it's normally half your movement. But I don't know if that's different.
Can't you just dismiss it and it just poof gone?
I guess I could.
Yeah, you could.
What action is that? I think it's an action to do that though. Spells.
You
Unfamiliar.
can use your reaction to dismount.
As an action, I can dismiss it. Okay, I'll use my reaction to dismount and slide off this way. Also, he's way too big. Okay. And then it's my turn.
So I need to move up to, I think, here. Yes. And then I will cast a 3rd level aid on Evelyn, Soleil, and Holly. So you all have 10 more hit points to your maximum.
Okay.
Or you regain 10 and then also.
Heal for 10.
Yeah, you heal for 10. But your maximum is higher.
Oh. Okay, so that's.
And I'm like, did you not hear Wall of Fire? Come on. This guy's gonna take you apart. You got this, Soleil. Bonus action, combat inspiration to Soleil.
Nice. Still a D8?
Still a D8, yes. But I likewise have my rapier and shield out. And this my turn.
Tara just bounced forward on her horse, charging past you, Soleil, and during the charge, leaning to the side and just hitting him straight across the back. Oops, hold on, that was the wrong one. You see him flinch, and you see a small spurt of blood as this happens, and you just hear him shout, "Not all at once!" And then it's Evelyn's turn.
Okay, okay. Alright, I'm going to move I think this should be. Oops. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to go there. I think that's the one I was trying to get to. Yeah. I'm going to move over here and pull off the rope from around my shoulders and just kind of like give it a solid flick, and as it does, it kind of has like these little like mechanical like tick, 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 tick noises that go across as it like moves very serpentine across the dirt, across over to the woman over here, and it is going to try and grapple her. She has to do a dexterity saving throw.
Thanks, Dexterity. That's +4, so a 19.
Alright, well, she succeeds. And so it's just gonna, I guess, come back to me. Yeah, it just comes back to me. And wraps back up around my arm. And that is my turn.
Get this cursed thing off me. And he proceeds to slash and slay. This time with more vigor as he shouts, I'm trying to have a duel here.
Only one.
Rude.
So that is +8, 27 and 22.
Sure, why it's not like a 40 to it. It hits. Both of them.
I'm gonna roll your own dice against you. Ha! Oh my god.
Those are not
You
mine.
shouldn't have. So you take,
Wow.
let's see, 25 slashing and piercing.
God.
Oh no, parry. 10 of them.
And then you also take 13 poison damage.
Oh.
He is noticeably speeding up.
Ketamine.
You're not sure if it's just from his anger or simply because he finally gets to have a duel. And then the one in the back is going to aim at Holly and shoot 2 arrows.
Whoa.
Get off of my map.
Just pull up.
So that is a 17 and a 24 to hit.
I will take them.
You take 15 piercing damage, and guess what?
Poison.
You take 16 poison damage.
Yes. Okay.
And that is their turn. Slay.
If it's a duel you want, you can get it. Action search. One natural 20, but the natural 20s don't do anything with these weapons, just letting you know.
Right.
20, so 19. Like
That's the lowest.
the lowest is like a 13, that doesn't hit. The next lowest is a 19.
He will parry that down.
19
So-
too?
Yes. The 19 is parried and the other one's hit. And obviously double the dice for the... Oh right, no mind. Silver Eagle.
Not.
I don't know. You said it. No takebacks.
No, I
Double
take
dice.
backs.
Double
Take
dice.
backs.
So,
Take backs.
first of all, I'm also gonna add. Let me see what it's called
Superiority
again.
die.
Yes. I'm gonna add.
Tiger.
A menacing attack.
Oh.
I'm gonna add 1 superiority die to the damage, and the target must make a wisdom saving throw, DC 16. On a failure, it is frightened until the end of my next turn.
Wisdom, huh?
Ooh.
Hmm.
Natural 20 then.
I feel like
Okay.
he saves that.
Let's roll some damage, guys.
At least that 20 didn't happen on an attack, I guess.
Okay, those are some great rolls. Some doubles in here? Whip one? No doubles. That is just some casual. 51 damage.
Oh my god.
You still want that duel? I don't want that duel.
You pierce him straight through the gut, and you can see the air just leave his body as he just goes. He's just sort of standing on his last leg, just very jitterily holding his rapier out in front of him.
That would have like killed me.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
Ollie.
Okay, I will target the lady that did quite a number of damage.
The
And I'll do
lady.
another- I'll do another second level scorching ray. Map off. Ray number 1. 14 plus 8 is a number 26? No. 22. That one.
You've had 2 of those.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So 22, nat 1, and 18.
Both hit.
Okay. Better damage! 21!
This time, as she's distracted still from pulling out more bolts, the flame hits her square in the chest. This time you've at least dealt some damage. Red.
Duel, right. Worth dying
Oh
for.
yeah,
Not
Soleil
here,
even
right.
use his combat inspiration.
No.
Oh yeah, I forgot to add that damage. God damn it.
Right? Every time.
I would have probably
People just
done it.
forget. Too bad, so sad.
I'll let you duel, okay? I'm fine. Madman.
He doesn't seem too keen on the duel anymore.
You could just surrender. We pay up front. I'm just saying. You, however, are very rude shooting my friend. Oh god, and you stink. Is that how you normally smell? Oh my god. I don't even know if I want to get close to you. Vicious mockery, wisdom saves.
Oh.
Wisdom, I think there's only like a +1.
Decent.
Yeah.
Oh no.
She's smelly.
The smell of the wild.
Wild.
6 psychic damage. Yeah.
How much?
6.
And disadvantage on our next attack. That's my turn.
Kara charges again,
Badass Kara.
dealing the extra damage. Just a sideways smack across her face with a blade, leaving a wide scar. Evelyn.
Oh. Guess I'm just gonna. Well, I don't want to hit anybody again. I'm gonna move.
Come again?
Yep, sorry, I'm gonna move this way a bit and try and do another firebolt.
It's an A.
Yes, that's
Right.
lay. That's a
I have to make it interesting somehow, right?
26 to hit you, Soleil.
Mm-hmm. That hits. No reaction.
And that's 12 fire damage.
I'm guessing you aim at her and not the dude.
Yes. Yeah, it was a 26.
Right? She has
12.
taken so far 69 damage.
And
Sorry.
that's it. That is my turn.
Okay. He's gonna try. He's gonna try. That is a 25 and a 17.
Which one was a disadvantage?
I saw her.
For the 17, I'm going to use my reaction to raise my AC by 3 to a 20.
So one hits.
Yeah.
Okay, well you take 5 slashing.
Can you use the Bardic Inspiration die to add to your AC?
Not AC, I don't think.
I think you can with the combat.
Yeah, with the combat one, yes.
AC too?
It's ridiculous.
Damn.
That's great. But yeah, the other one was like a 27 or something. I don't think I
25.
can...
No.
Yeah, or 25. It's still really hard to reach.
And you take 6 poison damage on top of that.
Oh, you're
His
looking like
hand
me.
is shaking. He doesn't have much more in him. And let's see. She going to step a little bit to the left into dim light. And then 10, 20, 30. She misty steps here. And then 10, 20, 30. Runs deeper into the field and turns around. Her crossbow raised, and that's her turn. Salai.
I want to knock this dude out non-lethally, if possible. Because it's a fucking harvest festival. No need to kill people over that. But yeah, in this case I might even not even hit him. The highest is a 19.
He's still serious about it, seemingly, as he.
Oh, I
does
rolled the
attempt
Bardic
to
Inspiration.
parry.
I roll that for the attack roll.
Oh,
the 19.
okay.
So there we go.
Yeah,
It's
that
like a
that'll hit. That one
20,
hits.
27 or something now. There we go.
See how much damage you deal.
That is 8 plus 6. That is 14.
You hold back on the strike, sort of just slapping him across the face with the widest side, the dullest side of your blade.
Could I just?
But he's
like-
still standing,
Okay, he's still standing.
just barely. He seems like he's almost also confused now. Not really concussed, but just the slap hit him. Ollie.
I'm aware that she went there, right?
Yep.
Is she?
You
Is
saw her teleport 30 feet with Misty Step, and then you saw her run the rest.
is she aiming at me?
Oh yeah. In fact, looks like she's aiming at the owl.
Movement. Move in front of the owl. Protect at all costs.
Survive.
And since I can see that she's aiming at the owl, she just deserves a fireball. So please make a dex save.
You say fireball?
Fireball.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
a ball,
Well, it's a dex
fireball.
save, there's only
Okay.
one thing it can do. It's a 17.
And that succeeds, but they still take out damage. So that's fine by me. That's
Don't mess with her owl.
that's E6. 31 fire damage.
Is that half or?
That's half too. So what's half of 31? 16? That really wasn't worth it.
Well, she looks pretty singed at this point. If her hunter scarf wasn't already blackened before, it would certainly be now. Any cloth on the outside has burned away. Only the leather remains. As she is scrambling back on her feet and preparing to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Mm. Wish I could do more.
Red?
How close are these two to each other?
Let's see, 10, 20, 30. So, this would be 25.
I would like a wisdom save from both of them. As a flash of hypnotic twisting light. And sound concusses them.
Oh no.
Yeah, baby!
Yeah, I think that.
So
Alright, alright. We've had enough fun. Let's tie him up now. I'll just start walking over. That's my turn then.
Okay, so they are both.
Yeah, hypnotic pattern. They are incapacitated to speed of 0 until it takes damage or someone shakes them out of it.
Okay, as I believe you're probably going to do neither of those. Yeah, I guess you're out of initiative. What do you do with them?
I'm off.
Right. Well, that was a nice little breather.
For now, I'm gonna go
Getting the
behind
blood
him
pumping?
and put the fucking sword at his throat.
I'll just carefully remove
Dagger.
the rapier without, shaking much.
Gonna walk up to Blue Tiger. and cast Cure Wounds.
Lutiga.
I'm casting Cure Wounds at oh shit, I kinda need all 3rd level. That's all my 3rd level slots. So you get
Okay, this only lasts a minute. We need to tie them up.
Right. Can we tie them up while they're healing? While
Yeah.
Holly's healing.
22 health back.
Neat, thank you.
You tie both of them up.
You get like an approving grunt from.
And Kara says
Blue
something
tiger.
like, we should just kill them.
It's not really needed at this point in time.
It's not really sporting.
We're also trying to not make enemies,
Cure Wounds makes that sense.
and I'd rather not anyone deal a killing blow on any of us at the same time.
It looked like a pretty good duel, if I'm honest, though. I mean, mostly on Slay's side. I'm yeah.
Soleil,
Blue Tiger's side.
holding your plate to the guy's throat.
My dagger.
Okay.
That was
I'm
a
standing
good-
behind him with a dagger at his throat.
I just forgot.
Well, I'm
He's
guessing
tied up.
you kind of tie them up and like lay them down.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'll move him off to the side, gently.
You still hold your knife to his throat?
No, I just was doing that until we basically
Okay.
wrapped them up.
Then who's doing the wrapping?
Do we use a normal rope, or I still have like
Hmm.
the chains and the lock?
You might need those for something bigger.
I have a normal rope.
Okay.
I guess I'll work on tying them up if nobody else is.
Then give me a quick medicine check, please.
Fantastic. It'd be 6.
Well, she looks relatively okay, but the guy looks almost like he's dead.
Oh, Right, Holly, right? He's not looking so hot. I don't know if you wanted to take a look at him or not. I'm not really sure if you seem to be doing some healing things. I'm not sure if you wanted to
Alright, I'll give it a try.
make sense over here. I'm going to, in the meantime, though, look them over to make sure that there's no little weapons or little things like small daggers that can be used to cut rope, like near their hands or anything convenient like that.
I will cast another 1st level Cure Wounds on him and see if it works, or if he's already dead.
Yeah, you stabilize him.
Oh, okay, so he gets
He is still alive.
he gets 11 health. Alrighty.
And I double check Beggar if they have anything on them.
Yeah, I mean they have a couple of vials of poison on them.
I'm not worried about taking the poison. More like I'm trying to make sure that they don't have like any daggers or knives that while we're going to try and see if maybe we can deal with the rock, they're not going to like cut through the rope.
Okay, sure. You remove any blades or anything that you think could be easily used to cut through a rope.
Okay. Right, so is there any part of this that like is more of an overhang versus like a sheer wall?
I mean, this part here is kind of a little bit overhanging right here.
Maybe we should move them over there just in case while we're trying to go look for a rock, the rock doesn't just spot them as an easy meal.
It's a good idea. I think they'll appreciate that.
Maybe we can like take a very short rest before we move on.
Right, that would be fine.
So,
So,
we're
probably come
asking
to.
them. So, what these friends of yours that had bows aimed at us, you know, they're not.
Because your
Yeah.
hypnotic days would have probably. It's
Yeah,
only for a minute,
soon,
right?
yeah, as soon as you tied him up, they would have been.
He comes too.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
So these friends of yours with bows that were supposed to be around, don't.
Just real quick, I'm gonna check his pulse.
Yeah, he's alive. He's just
Uh,
in bad condition. It's probably gonna be a while before he wakes back up.
Look, I tried to hold back.
He had 2 HP left.
Oh no.
He was about to bleed out.
I think I do remember them having more in their party when we saw them in the square.
Right, so did you just get the short end of the stick here?
Listen, it was just a paycheck.
Obviously, that's also... This is just a competition. Why we're not out for blood here?
She shrugs.
Where are your other companions?
Out and about? Somewhere.
are they already inside?
She smiles. They're not here.
Can I insight?
I mean, it's a check.
I think she's a liar.
They already.
Fuck.
The Lord wasn't here earlier.
You're
9.
wrong.
That's nuts. A sick 9.
Yeah, I mean, seems truthful enough.
Hmm.
No reason for her to be lying anymore, right?
Alright, nice try.
Oh no, I forgot something.
Look, fair's fair, and if you can, we'd like to probably let you go on your way to go patch yourselves up and see if you can't have another go at this at a different location. But we need a little communication here to make sure we're just not going to set you on your way and have to deal with you a moment later.
What am I gonna do? He's useless.
No.
Wow.
No.
Is this a drow as it appears? I know they're not like specifically a thing, but
Who is she or
yeah, she.
no? She does appear to be wearing a lot of face paint, though.
Do you at least want to tell us why you were standing over here?
Well, some rock came flying from him. What do you think?
Right, but you're not your whole group, so were they just expecting you to take care of it yourselves?
Well, a couple of people looking everywhere. Just rich people don't really know things, I guess.
So did you send a signal, or should we be expecting other people?
Not yet.
Are you going to send a signal if we let you go on your way and patch yourself up?
Give me a persuasion roll.
Yeesh, 21.
I'm done with this competition.
That makes sense.
And she drove away on her motorcycle.
She joined the Elf MC.
The MC Bike Club.
Peter is dying again.
Because I sneezed and it reactivated my cough.
Oh no.
You've activated my trap card.
Haha.
Well, you know, if you did want to make some money, if you have any gear useful for trapping or, I don't know, doing something with the rock, we could probably buy it off you.
Even a bit of information would be helpful.
Yeah. I
Or
mean,
some coin.
Poison him.
Doesn't really help with the whole getting him alive thing.
I thought not.
So how were you planning to take it?
He shrugs.
Uh-huh.
Does she look like honest? Like, did she really not have a plan other
Give
than
me
to
an
poison
insight.
it? Oh gosh.
Could I also roll, because I'm asking the same thing?
12 on my end.
That's true.
My insight today is just natural
Jeez.
ones. only.
She doesn't really seem like she's lying. She seems more like she just doesn't care. And it also seems kind of like she just didn't have a plan going here.
Right. I think we were going to get a quick breather before moving forward. Is that right, Sly?
You can already see Soleil.
Oh, my
sitting
bad.
next to
I
them.
mean, Blue Tiger.
Yeah.
We keep doing
Oof. You can see Blue Tiger sitting there
Patching
and
himself
already
up.
like in some kind of like
What?
small.
So far, the cover name hasn't been really helping.
Not at all.
he's sitting there in some kind of like small meditation style to just regain some composure from this exciting duel. What I mean, you cannot really see much from his face, but under that mask he looks pretty like he had a little bit of fun there. He liked the duel.
Oh,
and-
good.
You stabbed for like half his health in one hit.
That's why he liked it. The other guy was like, yeah, well, they have a duel. Yeah, okay, you can have a duel. Stab.
Guy has duelist in his name and it didn't turn out well for him.
Yeah,
Man.
Well, you can't sell us any information. You can't sell us any gear. I'm trying to be helpful, but whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and go sit down and take a short rest as well.
Hey, take a short rest.
I suppose we can let him go. I don't,
Maybe after our
yeah.
break. We technically, if you wanted, could give him one of the horses so that she could take her friend back for some healing.
we need those horses for the rocks.
Yeah, we might need an extra one for.
Right, that's right. Never mind.
Poor horses. Do we give them away to the baddies or do we feed them to the...
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's good. How did you get out here? By foot?
Mostly. I run very fast.
And your unconscious friend there?
He runs. Not so fast.
You're quite a pair.
Don't jump us together.
Oh no.
Okay.
If we let you on your way, are you gonna take him with you?
This that one of the conditions for letting me go?
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Yes, we can take him back to get some healing.
Sure. I'll drag him back to the city.
Alive?
Much as he is now.
Fair. Yes, do we get our full short rest?
Yep.
I guess we're gonna let him go.
Okay. And as soon as you cut her loose, she's just gonna sort of grab the rim of his collar by the back, sort of, and just kind of drag him off.
This poor dude.
How long does it last?
He's just beat up.
Yeah.
I mean, he wanted the duel.
No, that's fair. He's just having a rough day.
I tried not to kill him, okay?
You did a very good job of doing that. He's definitely still alive.
Sickness.
Normally not
he
our
wasn't that
forte.
bad either, I have to admit.
Just double checking back there. Did you want us to press on or
Yeah, I'll call. him
Okay.
over.
I guess I'll move forward then and see if we can't spot any rocks.
Did we get a short rest?
Yes.
Okay.
We didn't let them go until after.
I'm gonna...
And you get to add a
The
song of breath.
crevasse reaches deep in front of you, impossibly deep. The light falling into the small valley at kind of a steep angle still doesn't reach into the depths of the abyss at the center. But to your elation, you see nests, 2 in fact, both bearing eggs. Whoever laid them doesn't seem to be around for the moment. They're probably not far off.
Let's see. If you roll hit die, you can add an extra 1d6.
Ah,
I'm back at full.
back at the full aid.
We want to set up a trap. Looks like this is a good spot.
I'll pop Jeremiah away.
This certainly looks like a good spot.
We should get a little elevation, maybe. Oh, Kara's going.
I guess we're going in.
Just as you reach the edge of the crowd, you see a shadow pass overhead, and you hear the flapping of wings and my bot isn't playing this up.
Do 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 do
Dun
do
dun
do
dun.
do 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 do.
I don't know why.
Rock
I zoomed out
appears-
as if I was gonna see it overhead.
Whoa!
That is the accurate wingspan of a rock,
Yes.
and that's
It's
where we
ins-
end the session.
Oh, okay.
Do 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 do.
Yay!